Fusion fam, this podcast is scheduled for one take. We know from Houston, Texas, the new mouth of the South, Jeremy Brown, the vehement otaku Chad Forbes. Together, we are Fusion-Haa. Okay, so Fusion fam, what's up?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Man, you know it's your guy, Chad.
And I'm Jeremy, but hold on.
Yeah.
Before we get started, this is appropriate. Hope you like this, man.
Get ready. Here we go.
Bienvenidos. Yeah. Oh, yo soy Jeremy. In how I say this in Spanish. I'm working on Spanish, trust me.
Oh, yo soy Chad.
There you go. And this is Fusion-Haa.
No, we gotta do it. It's Fusion-Haa.
We got a special guest today. I ain't just like DJ Envy, but this is from all the way from Cuba.
Yeah, man, all the way from Cuba, man. Thank you so much,
Thank
Joseph,
you.
for coming and meeting us,
This
man.
is Joseph from. Do y'all call it J and M Studios or Joseph and Manny Studios? I want to come correct.
Yeah.
Which one you call it?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
It's really nice to finally be here with you guys. And
man,
it's been
yeah,
a long
happy
time.
to have you on.
Long time planning this.
Oh
It's an honor
for
for
sure,
the
man.
studios to be in your wonderful show. We're big fans, man.
Oh, really, man?
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Really appreciate
Podcast of Chad and Jeremy.
it.
Yeah, sorry. Hey,
I may not show it. I may not show it, but I'm freaking out right now a little bit. Being interviewed by you guys.
I hope my Spanish wasn't too bad. Wasn't like too offensive or nothing like that.
He's like, it needs work, but it's cool.
We love you guys. We love your work. We love your show. We love everything about you. We've been
man, thank you
like
so much.
recently, our eyes opened to your content. It's been really nice.
Oh man, well thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
We really
man.
appreciate
Hey
it.
man, your content isn't so bad itself, man. It's pretty dope.
It is nice,
Thanks,
man.
man. Thanks a lot.
So quick question, man. So we didn't really fully explain nothing. J and M or Joseph and Manny Studios.
Yeah.
It's a comic book studio. They make comics, pretty dope stuff.
Oh
great
yeah,
new
really
stuff.
dope, man.
It's down to earth. It's very expressive. I enjoy it. How long? Well, when y'all established J and M Studios, how long y'all been doing this?
Okay, so kind of hard question to answer because actually I've been in the comic business for over 16 years.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been preparing this comic for 16 years of my life. I just turned 34 on the 25th of May.
Oh
So
wow,
it's been like-
your birthday.
Another May baby, because I just turned 35 on the 26th.
Oh, you're 26? We're almost brothers there, man.
I know, right?
We got switched in the crib, I think.
I think so.
Okay, so I started making this comic since I was 16, but it was not until 2 years ago that I met our illustrator, Mandy.
Oh,
So I liked his drawing style. He liked my project. He was the only one that could represent our characters best with his style. He was the only one who did actually what I imagined, what got closest to what I imagined. So we decided to go at it together. Contracts were written, agreements were made, and here we are, Joseph and Mandy Studios, up from January 2020.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty neat, man. Shoot.
Man,
That's almost the same date we've started publishing before, but before we were on webtoons, but we had to get out of there due to censorship. Webtoons is for like a younger public, and our comic isn't exactly for the very young. If you've read it.
Yeah, no.
But you know it's gonna allure them.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Yeah, they're gonna be attracted to it anyway, man.
Yeah, just because of the violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we got it together. That's how we started. It's like two guys met with the same purpose. One has the project, the other one has the means to go at it, and here we are. That's the what you've seen is the result of this, let's say, partnership. Because one is not the boss to the other. We're like partners in this stuff. Each one with their own respective roles and such.
Oh yeah, that's the same as us here. That's how we are. Yeah,
exactly.
Told you we're switching the crib, man. We're switch at birth.
Shoot, yeah, man. So what question?
Oh no, I was gonna ask. So I'm always fascinated with people that can create worlds, and it seems like your world is very descriptive. Like Jeremy said, there's so much detail and everything. So what gave you the idea to do this?
I started reading comics from a very early age.
Okay.
And the ones that got me like inspired, the ones that started getting me inspired were the DC Comics line. In that time, we used to watch the Batman Detective comic arcs.
Oh, okay.
And then we jumped into Marvel with the X-Men. The first Marvel comics I read or kind of was dragged into by video games was X-Men. So then I jumped into Spider-Man, and then I saw the crossover in which the episode in which Spider-Man had to stop the Juggernaut. You remember the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The X-Men enemy. So I saw like this Spider-Man trying to stop the Juggernaut in this New York City full of many of the heroes that protagonize these stories. And I saw Spider-Man going at it against the guy. He used all his powers, he used all his might, and still the Juggernaut wouldn't stop. It's like the Juggernaut remained as he was in the X-Men comics, and Spider-Man remained as he was in his own original comics. And then the two worlds like merged so perfectly that I said, drag your ass up and get to work and do your own world. You know? I actually, before Diamond Age, I actually made a comic all by myself, but I burnt it to the ground. It was a complete plagiarism. It was like an amalgam of everything I had seen, but it served as the basis of what you see now. A bunch of completely original characters, a whole original world full of possibilities. Of endless possibilities. What you've seen, what you've read right now, you've seen nothing yet. You've only read a bad night in these two guys' line of work in a very ugly place. I think I sent you the image of our city, the Welcome to Centrallis postcard.
Yeah.
The elves signaling the city. That's what the city really looks like. Well, one of the cities, at least the city that in which the whole most of the main storyline takes place.
Oh, okay.
Which is the capital of our world, Centrallis City.
Okay, because so Centrallis looks so like bright and vibrant, but then like I said, the chapters that I've read, I'm like they're in this dark area. I'm like, man, how did they get to this place? Because this place looks so beautiful, but they look like they're struggling and like like some of the people have been like the ladies have been taken captive. So it's like man, like it's like this beautiful city has this dark underworld, and that's what like, I'm fascinated by that. I'm not gonna lie.
That's our main message. Every beautiful place has a dark side.
Oh, see, I like that.
And the dark side here is complicated. You'll see as the story progresses.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Like I had and it's funny, like ironically, I'm wearing like a Metal Gear shirt. When I read the very first chapter, I was glancing, and I was like, I'm reading more of this. I had this like Metal Gear feel to it, man. How they was communicating, and it was like, they talk to each other, but it was like, I got eyes on target, this and third, and it was like, hey, don't do this, but I gotta do that, man. I gotta do it, and it was so cool. So I had but like also the way it was drawn out, I can hear. I'm bullshit you not. I was hearing the rain, and it's like the conversations. I'm putting like voices in my own head, like of each character. So even like how you wrote it and how Manny illustrated it, it was perfect to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's all like, yo, this is not just no rinky dink everyday run of the mill comic book that you might see some kid do.
Yeah.
Like, you got some good stuff.
Oh man, absolutely.
And I was like, man, this is more and more and more. I like it.
It's been a 16-year-long preparation of the script, Actually, all the scripts are written. But they're, we call it changeable script or adaptable script. It's like we have written a script, but as we draw the story, we see how it goes. If we need to make some petty little changes, we make them without hesitation. Mandy has a hand on that too, because he the script is written, but when he sees the story before publishing, he tells me that dialogue, I don't like it, or this part of the story is void. Such a big world will always leave plot holes or inconsistencies and such.
Yeah.
And we kind of have an answer to all that too.
Okay. Oh, see, I like that, man, because that's one thing that when I'm reading a story and if I'm like entrenched in it, I don't want plot holes. Like, you can't have plot holes. And you can't do like, don't do that to me, please.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But
I don't see that happening.
We do our best for that. But like the story has a beginning, it has an end. So I mean, the beginning is what you saw.
Yeah.
The end is what will be seen from here to 10 years on, because we have scripts for all that time.
Oh man.
But what matters is how we get there.
Exactly.
How the road we take, the way we get to the end. But it's a very, very passionate road. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel you. So when it comes down to like scripts, this is we was talking about that. How many times it take you, or even Manny, to help you to write a script, like to kind of, I guess, perfect it to your liking and to Manny's liking? How many times you got to go over that? Because I know they got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tricky question, because actually the scripts are still being perfected. That comes with maturity. As I told you before, I started this when I was 16, and I don't think alike. Now being 34, ideas have been renewed, concepts have been polished. Maturity plays a role in there too. I mean, now before, when I started this, I was just a teenage kid trying to make a place in the world. Right now, I'm a family man. I have a kid, I have a wife, I have a family to take care of.
Yeah.
So things change. I mean, the script, what you would call the spine of the script is finished. Like I said, the beginning, the road, like the upper layer of the road to get to the end and the end are finished. But things can change. You know what I mean? So how long did it take me to build that spine? 16 years. I mean, my comic, for example, it went from medieval to World War II aesthetic to modern 21st century aesthetic, and now what we decided to finally put the stamp on was the futuristic world you see here.
That's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
That's some layers.
It went through a lot of changes, a lot of work, and it's been rough. I won't lie to you, it's been rough. Sometimes you put an idea, you see the idea is burnt out. You see sometimes your idea unintentionally, you like touch plagiarism, barely touch plagiarism. So you say you have to change this. This can't be done like this, or this kind of concept utilization can be done. For example, the elves thing. There are elves in our world, like there are elves in Harry Potter, like there are elves in the Lord of the Rings. So it's a usable concept.
Yeah.
But the original, the story itself, it's been polished to be as original as possible. The two main characters themselves have been like worked over and over, still worked over. They're not finished.
Oh, okay.
And still there is their build-up. Their build-up is important because it's the abilities they will acquire as the story progresses. And it won't be like the build-up you're used to see. For example, you won't see any of them bringing down a building with a single punch.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or destroying a city with an energy ball. It's more
So you don't
like
have a Superman in there, right?
build up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their build up will be like with new weapons, cybernetic enhancements, some supernatural power here and there. Maybe we're still thinking about that, but it will be a more realistic build up. They won't be able to take out armies of tens of thousands of people by themselves. No.
Yeah, and you see that in the comics because you see your two main characters, they're struggling. Like they're, except for at the end of the chapter 1 when the guy brings out his blade and like chops the machine's head off. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was like, great way to end it.
And I like that. And I like how you say that you're not going to have these super OP characters just blazing through everybody in their sights. Like, no, these guys are going to have to struggle. They're going to have to fight. And those are always my favorite stories. Like I'm wearing a Demon Slayer shirt now from the anime. And that's why it's one of my favorite animes is because I like seeing the characters actually struggle. Like they're not OP, overpowered, come in with this natural talent. Like, no, you have to see them struggle. And I think that's what we're going to see from your stories based off what I've been reading. And I like that. They're going to have to work to get things done. And I like that.
Well, so I like that too. I like the realistic touch. That's why we brought it here. Still, these two main characters are strong. They're strong, they're well trained, they're well equipped, but still they will have to struggle with stuff stronger than them.
Yeah. So tell us a bit more about Zach and Alex, because to me they seem very close. They almost seem like brothers in a sense, like I guess brother than arms, because Alex always has his back, just kind of watching his back while the others just going in, Zach's going in and getting things done. So tell us a bit more about them.
Okay, Zach, well, let me spoil that for you. Zach and Alex are not related at all. I mean, are not blood related at all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it just seems like they have their brotherly bond. Like they seem close, like they're like have each other's back in that way.
Right.
Their relationship is complicated. Actually, there will be a mini series that will that will show viewers the time they meet.
Oh, okay.
And, I'm gonna spoil that for you as well. They almost killed each other when they met. Really, like
wow, ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, that'd be a good fight, man. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Actually, the scripts are made, and man, every time I read them, I blush with my own script.
That's good, man.
That's how you know you got something.
Yeah, man. You like your own sauce, bro. That's what's up.
But their relationship is complicated. But by the time the story starts, by the time what you were reading starts, they're like two men trying to bring an agency to its feet, because I don't know if you noticed they have money problems, especially due to Zach's bad spending. If you read the future chapter, you will see that Zach is addicted to horse and beer. So,
oh man,
he spends.
Hey, he's living a life. That's
gotta have some kind of vice, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good vice. They have their weaknesses too, but like they have one thing in common. Both of them like what they do. Both of them none of them know how to do anything else. So that's like a life job for them. And both of them love their city, that city they're living in, and their world, because they're not originally from Centrallis. Both of them are originally from other cities that we'll see later in the story. But they love their city, they love their world, and they deem it what our main slogan says: a world worth living in, a world worth fighting for. Because actually, the diamond world is almost a paradise. So they have that, like, kind of that, let's say, same objective in their work. But there, as will their build up grow, their relationship will grow as well, and they will become, like you guys said, like a non-blood brotherly bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will be a time where Alex gets wounded and Zach goes after the guy who wounded him, or there will be a time where Zach gets shot and Alex goes after the guy who shot Zach. Things like that.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Like they started hating each other, and as the story progresses, they won't be able to live without each other.
Oh man,
Dang.
I like that.
That's
I like
great,
that.
man.
Like they complement each other. On the other hand, Alex is more. He lives his life in a more orderly fashion. He exercises. He gets up early. He's more serious. He's more like monogamic. He has a special taste for ferals. I don't know if you've seen ferals in our story. Half human, half animals.
Oh no.
Especially the half cat girls, you know.
Oh, okay. Because so I was
Alex
reading they
loves
were
those. Actually, his sweetheart is like a cat female feral.
oh
And Zach is more like a polygamous guy. He loves horse, he loves sex, he loves beer. Uh, he's more like hot-headed. He hates criminals, especially the ones who commit violent acts such as murder or sexual assault and such.
yeah.
Also, if you read our stories, Zach, between the two, Zach is the one who has a golden pass. It's a complicated thing in our world, the golden pass, because it grants you the right to kill anyone without suffering repercussions by the law. But it also grants everyone the right to kill you, and they don't get prosecuted either.
Oh, license to kill. That's what you're basically saying.
But it's like, but it's not that the world government grants it to you. It's like life grants it to you. It's a bit hard to explain if you don't read the story. So
I like that. See, man, you're sucking me in more and more with this story, man. Like that's
if you read more chapters, you'll see Zach showing off his golden pass. But he's a pretty Zach's honor and will knows no limits, you know.
Dang.
So it's not like he doesn't deserve it. He's one of the few people who deserve that worldly privilege, you know.
So
and also, for example, in the fighting, Zach is more of a melee fighter and handguns. He's very bad at aiming.
Yeah.
On the contrary, Alex, he's good in hand to hand, but not as good as Zach. But he's a perfect sniper. He's a perfect tactician, you know. So it's like they have their weaknesses, they complement each other, and they will need each other as the story progresses because cases will get more and more complicated.
Yeah.
Like world-threatening complicated.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. This kind of reminds me, have you ever watched the show Supernatural?
Yeah.
So
I wrote a fanfic for Supernatural as well. So if you guys want the link, yeah.
No, now you gotta send me that. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's man.
That's that man's show.
I love Supernatural.
I watched the whole show, my friend. The whole show.
Oh my God.
I was a fan since it came out.
Oh, so what do you think about the ending?
It was COVID oriented, you know.
Yeah.
The ending of Supernatural, it was like they did what they could amidst the COVID pandemic. There were many actors they couldn't invite.
Yeah.
I didn't like how Dean died, but
yeah. A lot of people
respect everyone's story.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like how he died. I thought it was okay only because he died a hunter, like an actual hunter's death, because they had the God cheat code turned on the whole time for them. So with him being gone and him actually just dying a basic conscious death, I'm like, wow, like the man that had Cain's mark is gonna go out like this, like is getting stabbed by a stupid vampire. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah.
But the ending sequence was beautiful though. The paradise, the heaven sequence.
Had me tearing up over here.
I love that. My tears came out with that sequence, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, same here.
It's like a teardrop.
Do you know the show Shadow Hunters?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Shadow Hunters, the Mortal Instrument.
Oh no! Oh yes, I do. I've only watched maybe like 2 episodes. I haven't gotten all the way into it yet.
Okay, so the crossover I wrote, the fanfic I wrote is a crossover between both shows, Supernatural and Shadow Hunters.
Oh,
And the good thing is that I respect the canon. Like Whatever happens in that, it's like realistic because it doesn't affect the canon of the series.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I like.
So if you read it, you're gonna like it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, send that. I like that. So now I have to read your original stuff, and now I got to read your fanfic stuff. You're taking up my life, man. You're taking it up. That's cool.
Oh man, it honors me to hear that.
Oh man. Hey, so a question. So earlier I was hearing you, and actually, me and you. Well, actually, when we was talking on Instagram and everything like that, and you were talking about with the comic book. I noticed you kept saying like not using energy blast to destroy cities or whatever, and not using one punch. Sound like you've watched Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, all that stuff, and One Punch Man. So obviously, and we talk about we've mentioned anime. We're really getting too in depth with it. So, what's your favorite animes? And like what you watch? What's your favorite one? What's your least favorite one? Like all that. Like give me the world of anime from you.
Well, that's actually your question relates to our inspiration for Diamond Age 2 because the first anime I saw was a really old one. That was the one that got me into the world of anime. Like I fell in love with its character, especially the female characters. It was called Ninja Senshi Tobikage. It was aired on Cartoon Network in the 90s. I don't know if you know that anime.
No, I haven't seen that before.
Never seen that, and that's crazy. I never seen that.
Look it up. I'll send you the title later. Ninja Senshi Tobikage. That's the first anime I saw. Okay. I fell in love with the way the cartoons were depicted, and after that, I almost didn't look at any other cartoons that we were used to look at. After that, I started searching for anime. Right now, I'm more of a selective person regarding anime. I follow One Piece. I follow Dragon Ball.
One Piece? Oh my God. You're the man.
I'm following the comics, man. Finally, Luffy had defeated that bastard Kaido.
Oh, Kaido. Oh, Kaido. I'm so happy he got him, man.
I hate him, man. Man, I wanted that to happen for a long time.
Oh,
I hate people like him. And when he beat Doflamingo, do you remember the first Gear 4 punch he gave to Doflamingo?
Yeah. Oh, I was like, you deserve every bit of it. You chopped off.
I said, finally.
Yeah, when he chopped off Law's arm, I was like, I hate you, Dolphy. Like at first, I liked Dolphy. Like I thought he was a good villain, but when he did that, I'm like, oh, you're dead to me, kid. Like, I hope Luffy just wrecks you. But of course, he couldn't get it done until he went to Gear 4. And when he hit him with that Kong punch, I was like, yeah.
I wasn't gonna say the word he gave me, but think of it, the best pleasure ever when that happened.
No. Hey, I'm with you. Don't worry about it. My wife's like, you okay? Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
You know what I mean about that. So I follow this anime, which I love it, and it also inspired our comics. It's called Triage X. Do you know Triage X?
Triage X?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of it. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's a very good anime. It's realistic as well. It's like 21st century aesthetics. It has gunfight. It has action. I'll send you all the titles to the chat. Yeah. And also some romantic animes as well. I saw in my time Fancy Lala, all those magical girl animes like Sally the Witch, Sakura. So it's not all fight, you know. It's also this romantic touch. Midori no Heavy. I don't know if you've seen it too.
I just started getting into like those kind of animes. Like right now, I'm obsessed with Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's like my obsession. Have you heard of that one?
No, haven't seen it.
Oh, so it's called Kaguya-sama Love is War. So I'll try to break it down real quick without fanboying out too much. So it's about this, it's like the class president and his second. It's a boy and a girl, and they like each other. So it's like each episode, it's like 30-minute episodes, but it's like the episode's broken up into like 3 parts. And they're like playing a game to outsmart each other to make the other one say that, like, I know you like me, no, I like you. And it's just them going back and forth with that. And they have like this one girl that gets in the way of it all the time because she's like, so they're both super calculated. And like they'll be trying to like carry out this quote unquote devious plot to make the boy say he likes the girl. But then this one girl's a free spirit will come in and be like, hi, you two like each other. We're gonna play this game of like spin the bottle, and now you're gonna have to like kiss each other. Like, wait, no, I don't want to do that. It's just like that, man. I'm like obsessed with it. Like, I'm on the 3rd season already. So I just, I like binge through it. I love it.
Did you watch High School D&D?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah.
That was on Netflix. Like a brief moment.
I watched it because he told me, he was telling me about it. I'm like, man, let me see. And I watched, I'm like, whoa, nobody come in the room right now. Please don't come in here.
That story you told me about reminds me of High School D&D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That anime.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But if you want, you can send me the title so I can watch it, so we can feel like frequency.
Okay. Now it's not gonna be as wild as High School D&D. I promise you. It's not gonna be like that, but you're gonna like it.
That's kind of the anime world for us. Mandy follows anime too. He follows it more. Oh, I forgot one title that inspired us too. Berserk. You know Berserk?
Berserk? Oh,
Berserk,
see,
yeah.
I used to play the game on Dreamcast when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I know of the story from that, but I've never watched the anime before. But I know enough of that.
I've read their comics, I've read their animes, and our studio made a fan art for its author when its author died.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'll send you.
That was a sad day in the anime world, man. That was a sad day. That was
a very sad day. Yeah, very sad day. The guy had been sick for a lot of time. He was struggling. I respect him very much.
Yeah.
I respect him very much. I'll send you the fan art we made so you can publish it with the video.
Oh yeah. Please do. Yeah, please do, man. Please do. Speaking of Arthur that's been sick, you ever watch Hunter x Hunter?
What? Sorry?
Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. I started watching it, but I got a little bored on the way.
Okay, wait. So this is gonna sound crazy, but you watch One Piece, so you'd understand. You have to get to episode 20. Because the first like 20 episodes to me of Hunter x Hunter were boring. I almost stopped watching it. I really did. I came really close, but they got to a little tournament arc because they're in the forest and they're trying to pass the hunter exam.
Yeah.
So they get to the part where like the fighters, like the participants, they have to fight each other. So Gon, the guy in the green suit, is fighting this one bald guy who looks like Saitama, and for One Punch. So he's fighting a guy like that, and then from there it gets better. But I'm with you in the beginning. Like it was boring. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's so great." I'm like, I was watching it. I'm like falling asleep every time. I'm like, boo! I don't want to watch this.
Oh wow!
But episode 20 from there, it gets good.
One Piece, for example, One Piece wasn't boring at all. I mean, I wanted to continue watching. I wanted to see where Luffy would get, and look at that 10 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man.
More than 20 years actually.
Yeah, he's
but Hunter x Hunter didn't have the same effect on me. There were like little kids playing with some yo-yo and stuff.
That's kind of true.
I said, no, man, that's not for me. That's for more like younger audience,
Yeah. Because in the end, it starts getting dark, man. It gets dark, but yeah, I can see your point there. But like towards the end of it, the main character Gon, he goes into this crazy berserk mode because this one, like a chimera, she's like a cat like a human. He pretty much he kills his friend and then tricks Gon into thinking, hey, I'm gonna bring your friend back to life. You just have to follow these steps and do what I say. But the cat ends up screwing over Gon. And so in Hunter x Hunter, they have this power called Nen, and which gives them this ultimate power, but they have to place limits and like limits upon themselves. Like it will be like, I can shoot a Kamehameha wave, but if I do that, I can't use my right arm for like 10 minutes after I do it. It's stuff like that. So this, but it's not as basic. Like the one character on there, Kurapika, his clan gets murdered. He's like, he has the eyes like almost like the Sharingan.
Okay.
So his clan gets murdered and he wants to take out the people that did it. So he uses his Nen to create this power to where he has these chains and each chain has these ultimate powers, but he can only use those chains for the people that killed his clan. He can't use them on anyone else. So it's stuff like that. And so Gon puts all his Nen into beating up this cat. Like, oh, that sounds wild. But he puts all his power into killing this person that like killed his friend.
Oh,
so it gets pretty dark at the end. But
yeah. Goofy, man. I thought I was a bad one.
Yeah.
Dude, that happened that I didn't see any of that. When does that happen?
That's like in there, like, because it's like a couple hundred, like maybe not a couple hundred, maybe
he
like,
gets deep in like anime,
yeah,
like hardcore, man.
Yeah, it's like towards like the last arc that's been animated. It's good.
That takes a lot of Red Bulls to reach that.
Oh, for sure, bro, for sure. Yeah, man, because Chad, like he'll watch it at first and be like that, and then he'll be like, you know what, let me get another tribe, you know, with a different mindset, and then he'll kind of get into it. And he's not an energy drink kind of guy. I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I give him one chance because there's way too many animes out there. Just go, I'll do it again. But also my time is limited, besides with this podcast and I'm a truck driver and all that good jazz. So it's
time is against us as well.
Yeah.
Time is against us as well. We can't consume anime now like we did before.
Right. Yeah. You know what? We was talking to some friends earlier today, man. And he was talking about like how hard it was back in the day to like, he was talking about how it was back in the day to find anime, even like here in America.
Yeah.
Back like say in the 90s, early 2000s, all we had was Cartoon Network. We had to go to like flea markets or maybe like what was that one store like Sam Goody or Bazaar to even find something. Or we'll tape trade. How was it like that in Cuba for you? When you came to anime? Back in the day, like say like 20, 30 years ago.
With anime, told you it was like a life changer for me,
Yeah. Right.
It was like I don't want to watch anything else.
Oh,
it's undescribable. It was like an eye opener. It was like a life changer. As I said before, the first and only anime that aired on Cartoon Network was the one I mentioned. Mm-hmm. And when you compare that to the cartoons, man, you said, what an ugly girl that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a Hanna-Barbera girl next to an anime girl, no matter how old the anime is. It's like, I don't know, putting Jennifer Lopez next to a bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, I hope my word described how it was for me,
Yeah. No, your work is great, man.
It was a complete life changer. And it also influences the aesthetic on Diamond Age.
Okay. Oh, and see, TJ, you were right to mention that. Like, I can see that too. I really can see that.
It's our style is not anime, not pure anime. There are Western comic components. There are manga components, and there are Spanish comic components as well. So It's like a mixture. It's like a new style we're trying to bring on the table.
Okay, that's always dope, man. Bring something new to the game of the genre.
Yeah.
That last thing I said was what anime was for me back then. It was it was a life changer, man.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same for us, man.
Same lot of people our age.
And I've never really heard, maybe you for sure, but I've never really heard people say like when they watch anime, when it came to looking at other cartoons, because that's what I did when I first found Dragon Ball. That's technically my first anime that I watched was Akira, then Ronin Warriors, then Sailor Moon. But when I found
Sailor Moon,
when I found Dragon Ball, man, and especially Dragon Ball Z, that was it. I couldn't look at other cartoons the same for still now. I still really can't. Like, I watch probably more anime than I do anything else, especially since all the TV shows that I really care about have gone off the air. It's anime. Like, there's nothing else. Like, there's cartoons that I watch from here and now, every now and then, like the Steven Universe, Adventure Time, See,
that's old.
He's like, gross. You're right. It's way different from when it was when we were growing up. And like it's the same drawings over and over and over again when it comes to like the Cartoon Network stuff. And now the not American stuff, but the Japanese market, which some Americans are now adapting to.
Is
way better.
Yeah.
It's way, you know, digital art makes it faster, makes it look more crisp and clean. But I do miss
Yeah.
that old style, like the 80s and 90s too. Don't get it twisted. I do miss that old style, which was still unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
That's it. That's pretty much it. And there are a lot of animes, a lot of access to it. The internet has changed a lot of lives too.
God. That's what I was saying. Back in the day, it was hard. It was hard to find that stuff. Like you had to either tape trade or go to like certain stores that like you might find like a flea market for us here. Like you know, we're in Texas. We have like a bunch of flea markets and stuff like that. So we might get lucky and go to that. Or some bazaars are now a thing, but like it wasn't as big back in the Gap. So you might have like a like-minded friend of yours in school, you know, back in middle school, high school, who like, yo, hey Joseph, I got this tape, want to watch it? And it's like, what's that? And like, oh, it's anime, it's not American cartoons watching. You be like, shit, I don't care. It's not SpongeBob. Yeah. You know?
So hell yeah, that's true. Times have changed, man.
And now it's like,
can we make a pause? 1 minute pause. Can we make a pause?
Yeah.
Hello, Jeremy.
How you doing, Chad?
Hey, man. Cheers.
Good day, good day.
Successful podcast.
Oh, yes. We need to drink out these lovely little cups. Look at these cups. They ain't little. It's 32 ounces.
These cups?
32 ounces. It's nice.
32 ounces?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Ain't it?
Oh, man. 32 ounces of awesomeness. Are y'all really looking at these cups?
Give it a close up on the cup.
Look
Do it
at
one
it.
more
Do
time.
you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it from the right?
Little background name.
You see it? You see it?
And you know, we'll get to thank for these lovely little cups.
The Art Haa by Ani.
Honey!
Thank you so much, Annika. You have truly outdone yourself with these cups. They're magnificent.
Yup.
We love them. We love you. Thank you so much.
Also, check out freaking Instagram.
The Art Haa by
Ani. All one word. She making some great stuff.
Yup.
Check that shit out.
Yeah, now.
Sucker!
And don't forget to watch the podcast. Bye.
Deuces.
So, okay, we're back here.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, man. So let's get back to Centrallis. So I was just talking to Jeremy while you were gone, and I was like, okay, I have to ask you about this. So I'm reading the second chapter, and this werewolf, man. Like, let's talk about this werewolf that's in there. So what I noticed about your chapter, like the first couple of chapters of yours that I read, is always a big like reveal at the end, which is really dope. So this first chapter, dude's head gets chopped off, and then the second chapter, this monster is ripping these soldiers apart. So I'm like, man, what is this? And so you see the guy, he had the gun, and he's like, he has eyes on it, and he's like, it's moving fast. What is that? Then all of a sudden, you see this werewolf hitting the M. Bison fly through the screen. I'm like, holy crap, that's a friggin' werewolf. Like, what made you decide to put a werewolf in here? Because I would have never saw that coming just based off what I've read so far.
Yeah.
You know, the werewolf in the original script, the werewolf was actually a one-chapter enemy.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Like it was originally a one-chapter case. I'm gonna spoil this other thing for you. Werewolves in our world live in society.
Oh,
They are civilized. They live among everyone. They even have their own senators, as we call them differently. We call them corporates.
okay.
But this particular werewolf is special in some way. Actually, he's rabid. It gets explained in this first chapter.
Okay.
He's rabid. It's a sickness that affects werewolves that makes them a bit stronger, but it also makes them unaware of their violent nature, you know.
Okay.
So this chapter was in the original script. It was like dealing with a rabid werewolf. But as I said before, scripts change. We saw we both Mandy and I saw the potential of making this character a bit more like iconic.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna get with him in this first season. So we changed the first season's big boss completely into a werewolf, a lycan, as it is called in our diamond world.
Yeah.
And a Lycan with very unique features that will be explained later in the stories. He's also related to Zack in some way. If you read more in the chapters, you'll see him like crying when Zack drops his weapon. They're related somehow. They're not blood related, but they're history related.
Okay.
And he's gonna do a lot of damage. He's gonna bring the world to its knees, but he's more than an enemy. He's been hurt, he's been lied to, he's been manipulated. He just realized that, and he's gonna go at it with everyone who caused him harm. And his process of, let's say, revenge, it's gonna trigger events that will inevitably bring Zack and Alex in front of him. They will have to inevitably stop him. So what characterizes this world is the collateral damage it's gonna cause.
Oh man.
Wow.
A lot of people will get hurt in his complicated plot, in his complicated story. And it's more than revenge. It's a matter of family, honor. It's all mixed up, you know.
Yeah.
Of course.
Complicated to explain without you following the road, but suffice to say, he's gonna be the first season back, the bad boss, like main
big bad
character.
Yeah.
And in the end, you're gonna love him as well.
See, I like characters like that are complex. They're evil, but they're evil, but they're not evil. Like they have a goal that they want to accomplish, but I'm gonna go do the most messed up thing to accomplish that goal. But I have a very noble goal, but I'm gonna do the messed up way of getting there. I like that.
Kind of like Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
That's the only way he knows. That's the problem. That's the only way he knows, the messed up way.
Yeah.
True.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, because you were saying before, like there's a different species, different races, like elves, werewolves. Like, can you give me a number of like how many species or different races out there? And where did that come from? Like the idea of having so many different, like, you know, different races of creatures and people and all that stuff.
It came from many places, actually. I've been also, apart from an anime fan, I've been a gamer. I love World of Warcraft. I love Dark Eden, especially those games, those free roam world games where you can be anything, like almost anything you want, always respecting the world setting and story.
Okay.
I was an avid player of World of Warcraft, Dark Eden, Enter the Matrix. No, sorry, not Enter the Matrix, the Matrix Online.
I got Matrix Online. I never heard of that before.
Yeah, did you play the Matrix Online?
No, I've only played Enter the Matrix on PS2. Like that's the only Matrix game that I've really played.
Yeah.
The Matrix Online is actually an MMORPG based on the Matrix.
Wow.
The story takes place between the Matrix Revolutions and the Matrix Resurrection. It's basically everything that happens between those two movies.
Oh,
gotcha.
So in that, do you get to stop the Matrix Resurrections from ever happening? Since it was an absolute.
No, you don't get that.
I wish you could stop it from happening. Like I wish there was some way you could stop the resurrections from happening. It was a terrible movie.
No, that movie was a lot of technology, but the story, it was unnecessary.
It was bad. It was whatever. Bad. I was watching it because I'm a big Matrix fan. Like I love the first two Matrix movies. I even watched Animatrix. You remember that?
That was good, actually.
Yeah, the Animatrix.
Yeah, so I was super into that. So when they were saying they're gonna do another one, I'm like, okay, the technology is leaps and bounds before what it was like back then. So I'm like, this should be great. And like you said, it looked really good, but the story was just. Man, I was like, I was like, why is this happening? I don't like Trinity and Neo, they're cool, but like, I don't need to see this. Like,
it's drawn.
Yeah. And it was a train wreck. I couldn't look away. Like, I had to go through and watch it because I watched the other three, but I wasn't happy while I was doing it.
No, I'm not happy with the Matrix Resurrections. It was a complete screw up and an insult to the whole story, you know. That's my opinion. I respect everyone's story as well.
Oh, I'm with you on that 100%.
But so wow, getting back to the question though,
Yeah.
man, like, that's a lot of inspirations that you don't hear a lot of people say.
Oh, no.
So that's pretty dope. So like, yeah, it's this, and so games. Wow. So obviously you're a big gamer. So what are your favorite video games?
Well, I love games that offer freedom, especially the sandbox games, such as Grand Theft Auto. Also games like Assassin's Creed, The Witcher.
Oh yes, Witcher.
I played the whole 3 Witchers, the whole 3 games. I read the books. I've seen the comics. I've seen the series. I'm a Witcher fan too.
Oh, okay.
Man.
And also from video games, Mortal Kombat. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan.
Oh man, you like Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah, more or less. I love 9 better. Mortal Kombat 9. I'm more of a
Mortal Kombat 9 is actually really dope. I do like 11. 11 is good, but it's more of the same. Like it's more like to me, nothing's really changed between 9 and 11. To me, like nothing's
nothing really.
Yeah, nothing really special happened. I like 10 though. I like 10. To me, 10 and 9, like I would put 10 a little bit above 11 for me, but I still enjoy playing 11. Like it's still fun. Like we'll all play like around here. Like right now, we're having like a little soiree outside of this podcast room. But like we'll play Mortal Kombat. We'll play like games like that. And I like the story of Mortal Kombat.
I like the story too. I'm actually like a Mortal Kombat lore researcher. I published on Facebook. You know the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi tournament?
Yes.
You know how they make the list of participants, who fights who?
Yeah.
I made one like that for the first tournament.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And you can see that in the first tournament, the finale, the final battle between contestants was Liu Kang versus Scorpion.
Damn.
And then when Liu Kang beat Scorpion, he had to go and face the tournament champion, the one who goes directly to the final, which was Goro. And then Shang Tsung, because he had the rights as a former champion to challenge the champion. So it's like I've been following the lore.
Oh man,
lot, from the first game till now.
Oh man,
dang.
Yeah, man. So I really dig the world of Mortal Kombat, like you said, and to hear that you're so like invested in the lore, that just shows, man, that Mortal Kombat. Because I don't really hear people talking about the story of Mortal Kombat or how it's actually it's actually really good, especially like now in these last 3 games. Man, the story is phenomenal.
I like the story, but I didn't like the Kronika character. I hate.
No.
It's the worst idea of a character, one that can come by, even worse than Shinnok in the Mortal Kombat X game.
Oh yeah. And Kronika was supposed to be cool, like the power. It's got the power of gravity and time. Like how do you go wrong with that? But I was so like, man, I'm like, yeah, okay, you're kind of. They don't
know what to make anymore. They have run out of strong enemies. They don't know what to make anymore.
Yeah. Now, what I would like to see them do is fight Liu Kang, fuse with Raiden. Like, let's see that. Let's see that happen.
Right.
Yeah, go fight that guy. I want to see that happen.
Yeah. Did you play the Mortal Kombat 4 game?
4?
Mortal Kombat 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Worst game in the franchise.
It was the first time it was like full 3D at the time too. So
but the story was a screw up. The final boss was a screw up. That Shinnok imitating everyone's moves. That's an actual example of what not to do for creators.
It was something, It was like, okay, let's put out another game. You know what? Let's use polygons and use taking pictures of people doing certain things like uppercuts and flying and everything. But we got like a story, and I think they just do something at the wall. See, was stuck, and there's your Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 4 goes, I guess. That's how I take it. I was still whooping ass on it, so
for sure. For sure.
That's how I look at it,
I didn't like it a lot. Every time I look at it, man. And the
No.
worst character of all, Jarek. You remember Jarek?
Oh,
Yo, that
Yo.
ended all the time like, between Sonya, Jackson, oh my fucking
yeah.
goodness, man.
I hated Jarek.
It's
But
like,
the
why?
worst character of all Mortal Kombat is a guy called Dairo. You remember Dairo?
Iroh? No, I don't remember.
Dairo, exactly. The Mandela. that's that's the thing. It was a character from Mortal Kombat Deception that had no impact on the story. He was only there for the sandwich and the coke he was promised for casting.
Yo, they made a bunch of characters like that though between Deadly Alliance and Deception. They made a fuck ton of characters and you don't see no more.
Yeah, they were just remember Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat 9 that had that huge crazy roster. Like it was like 50 or 60 characters.
Yeah, it was Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Yeah.
Oh, Armageddon. Yeah, Armageddon. They had so many throwaway characters on there. I'm like, who are these scrubs? Like, if you don't give me the
dude, remember that one character, Mocap?
Yeah, Mocap.
The guy
outfit. Boo.
Mocap was not a character. He was actually a tribute to this guy, Carlos Pesina, I think was his name. The one that made the.
I was just like, dude, throwaway character, but not that.
But that character is like an Easter egg, a tribute. He wasn't even an official character.
There you have it.
The official ones, the worst ones are Jarek and Dairo. Man. Look Dairo up. You'll see Mandela effect.
We're gonna have to do that. Gonna have to do that. That's
funny. Oh, by the way, Mortal Kombat is also an inspiration for our fights.
Oh, I can tell how that dude's head got chopped off at him again.
Oh, yeah.
Very fatality like.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Dude, his head just.
Wait till you see how they beat the HATS captain. How Zack beats him.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That happens in chapter 5, right? Yeah, chapter 5.
Okay. Yeah. Man, this has been good. This has been good. So can you tell us before we wrap up, are there any other comics or anything you have coming out you want to talk about? Any hints you can give us about this Centrallis as far as what's going on right now?
Okay, so I'll answer your question with what Joseph and Mandy Studios aim is really like.
Okay,
that worked.
Yeah,
cool.
Okay, actually, comics are the spine of our projects, you know.
Okay.
We have the Diamond Age comics, which is our main comics, but we have actually the scripts, all the scripts written for 6 spin-offs until now.
Oh.
Wow.
Those spin-offs are meant to please every kind of public. For example, we have a Diamond Age spin-off for kids.
Okay.
Now you would ask yourself, how the hell do these guys have planned a spin-off for kids when you're shopping heads up and the world?
Are lollipops and candy gonna come out when their heads?
Yeah, no. These spin-offs, the protagonists are actually people who live in the diamond world, but they don't work in the same line as Zach and Alex.
Okay.
For example, the spin-off for kids talks about this half human, half dog guy who makes mischief in some city away from Centrallis, in the outskirts of Centrallis. He makes mischief. He causes the people in there, he causes them like troubles. He gets into trouble, but he's a very anemic character, you know. So it's the perfect spin-off for kids. It's like that kids-friendly Diamond Age spin-off that will also have relationships with the main story, but in a more friendly kids way. You know what I mean? We have a sports spin-off planned too for Diamond Age, which will explore an almost unexplored sports in the whole history of creation, which is hollow boxing.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a different kind of boxing. It will have a dramatic story about a guy who starts his career, gets some bumps on the way to his career, but he will eventually enter the world's hollow boxing championship and such. It will be a very nice story for sports fans.
Okay.
We have a slice of life spin-off planned as well that talks about the life in a big tech company situated in
Oh, yeah, I
Centrallis,
like
with
that.
comical situations or day-to-day situations with different messages and such. We also have a romance spin-off,
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
which
like that
will
too.
involve other two main characters, but it will also feature the time in which Zach and Alex meet each other. Not romantically, I mean
Oh,
they will both be involved in the both ends of the romantic relationship main characters, guys, and they will get into conflict. That's where they almost will kill each other when they meet and such.
damn, man.
overall
So
one.
that's a romantic spin-off. We have more spin-offs planned, but those are the main ones. We have let's say completely science fiction oriented spin-off with characters you haven't even met yet, but you'll meet them in due time. So we have plans for the comic stuff, you know.
Okay.
But apart from comics, we aim to reach the world of animation.
Oh, yeah.
One of our dreams is to make Diamond Age an anime.
Oh, man.
Okay.
We have the comics
Y'all
for
could
that. We have
definitely
the
do that.
scripts for that. We're looking for the ways to get there, but like we have to start with comics first, then we'll see. We also want to make an MMORPG game,
Oh,
Man, you
nice.
guys goals.
which takes place in Diamond Age from a point in the story, and like players will have the opportunity to be a part of the world as the story takes place.
Okay.
So what I mean is that main events that take part on the story of Diamond Age, on Zack and Alex's story, will affect the players depending on their race, lineages, and such. We have the project for that too, and we want to enter the, let's say, modernizing world of VR technology
Uh-huh.
Right.
Oh.
and the future coming holo technology or
Oh.
holographic technology. We want to aim for that as well, and we want to aim the Diamond Ages board game and integrate it into the VR and holo technology.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
Man, you guys got
So we have projections, but let's say one screw at a time, one step at a time. Right now we're in the comics stage, you know.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Write the scripts for all that stuff. I see
Yeah,
what you're
man,
doing.
you guys are crushing that. So, man, I can't wait to see everything else you have coming. That's
I
cool.
hope we are alive by then, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I feel what you're saying on that. I hear what you're saying.
I hope we get there really, because it would be like in our criteria, it would be like new stuff for consumers, new content for fans, for readers such as yourselves,
Yeah.
and a new story without precedent. At least I don't know about the art. The liking of the art is very subjective. It depends on the people who watch it. But
Yeah.
the story, it has been worked on hard.
Yeah,
And
man.
Zach and Alex and all the people from the diamond world will get to many places. Will have different situations. It will be a very, very, very rich story. One that, if done right, if followed right, will get you like what happens next and what's this and what's that.
Yeah. Okay. Man, I can't wait.
Before we go,
Yeah.
tell everybody who is listening right now, who's watching this right now,
Yep.
where they can find you, where they can find your comic books at, all that stuff. And your
Okay,
social.
so Joseph and Mandy has its web page, its humble web page on Linktree. The link you're gonna put in the video description will take you to the page that will link everyone to all our social media and all your comics. Our Diamond Age comic is published on tapas.io or Tapastic, as many readers know it. And we're gonna publish it on webcomics.club and mangafy.app. Those two are new webcomic sites coming. We're also in the process of creating our website, but due to country regulations and geopolitical situations, it's kind of hard for us from here, so we'll have to settle with the link tree for now.
Okay.
And as soon as we publish a decent set of volumes, we're gonna be selling the physical books as well on wherever we can. And we're gonna follow the story through all the projects I mentioned you before. So for now, those links I told you about, and we entice all readers, all watchers who love a good fantasy, action, sci-fi, romance, comedy, every genre, every type of comic you can imagine, to follow us in this torpid, torturous, but fun adventure.
Damn, that's a good way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explain it all.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I think that pretty much covers it.
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay. Oh man, thank you so much for coming on, Johnson. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
for real,
it,
we
man.
do.
Thank you guys for inviting us. Sorry, Mandy couldn't be there here, but life happens. Life happens a lot recently.
We send him my love, man.
It's been an honor for the studio to be with you guys.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely.
It's on for us. We'll talk to you, man.
Oh man, absolutely. We definitely have to do this again so we can get both of you guys on, so we can nerd out, man, and talk about everything.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It's been a great honor. We have had a great time with you guys. I apologize with this piece of junk restarting in the middle of the interview.
No, man. Trust me, we're
technology happens too, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Hey, we forgot the light. We need some more light towards our face. So hey, there you go. You can't always win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah,
well, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun, man. We'll definitely do this again for sure.
Yeah, I really love you guys. Really.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Wow.
You guys
yeah, you got your blushing for real. Wow. Stop playing.
Goodbyes are hard, man.
I know.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, man. Well, let's end this thing, man. Well, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy.
Oh, wait, we got to tell my socials too. Let's put this out.
Hold on
1 second.
Memento.
All right, man. So, Fusion-Haa Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on TikTok now. We're ticking and talking now. Man, where else are we at, bro?
Oh man, you can find this video on YouTube.
On YouTube for sure. Find us on YouTube.
If you want to see our early mugs,
which how could you not?
Chad's good. Oh, if you can listen to us on iTunes, iHeart, Stitcher, Bullhorn. I'm missing no fingers. What's the other one? Spotify.
Yep.
Wherever you can find podcasts.
iHeart. Oh, did you say iHeart?
Yes, I did.
iHeart again.
Well, let's get on out of here, man. Now get us out of here.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy.
And it's Fusion-Haa, and we out. Ha!